And somebody who's getting a lot of publicity right now is Mark Cuban, the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks, has said that he is willing to be a VP for either candidate. And this is what he said: Washington has become so partisan and gridlock is so bad that you need somebody that doesn't have the legacy of baggage of one party or the other. I think that both candidates are severely deficient in technology. Hillary has her challenges with email, and that is quite the light statement. Donald Trump doesn't even use email. I don't think they have a strong grasp of technology, and that's what's going to drive our economy. I think I can bring that value to both. So, yeah, I do agree that they probably don't really understand technology. I don't think, speaking of one of Trump's policies, that we should have the government just build backdoors into our technology so they can supposedly find some terrorists someday. As I said earlier, referencing the San Bernardino shooters, Libertarian John McAfee, who was in the race at one time, publicly told the FBI how to hack into the phone on live TV. If you had your pen and pad and you got to step-by-step instructions, you could do the exact same thing that he was telling the FBI to do. But the FBI wanted to have this built-in technology, which some people were championing. I don't think that's the right way to go. And that's just one of many, many issues. Internet freedom, our power grid is severely linked in to the internet, so somebody could strategically shut down the power grid. There's a lot of different things that go along with technology, and of course the new laws that are going to be coming down the road that we don't even have a reference point for. For example, think about yourself back in, well, if you're around back in 1960, you couldn't even fathom the thought that you'd have a smartphone app and what you'd have to do to regulate that. So that's just one type of thing that you'd have to deal with. Now, as I was speaking about Trump and his policies, at the end of the day, I support people's freedom of speech. I support people's Bill of Rights, or whatever else. Also, that includes people's freedom of assembly. And now they're trying to somewhat censor Trump's rallies going into the RNC. Now, when you think about this, we've seen numerous instances of people coming out in the thousands to protest Trump. But now when people want to have a pro-Trump rally, they're giving them 24 hours to register. And this is Cleveland to ban Trump supporters outside of RNC. The city of Cleveland is attempting to suppress pro-Trump rallies during the Republican National Convention, a move that even the liberal ACLU calls unconstitutional. And as I said, they give you 24 hours to register for your free speech permit. And that's the issue I have, whether it's this rally that's coming up or what you see at the universities. They say, hey, you can have your free speech rally, your free speech zone way over there, away from anybody, away from the cameras, and your little dirt square, little mud square that we say that you can set up shop in. We don't want you to be too loud. We don't want you to use a megaphone. We don't want you to hand out flyers, give away stuff in the United States of America. We don't want you to do anything like that. And that is a suppression of the man's free speech, regardless of his politics. And they use that Hillary Clinton quote. I don't know if you guys saw that piece that Darren McBreen did the other day, where he had all these clips of all the talking heads saying the exact same talking point, the same line, that regardless of Mrs. Clinton's politics, you have to observe the fact this is a historic moment. Like I said, she's being investigated by the FBI. I think that's pretty historic in and of itself. And as we're talking about demonstrations, usually what happens at Trump rallies is you have his supporters that are very peaceful, minus a few people who wear a Trump hat and conduct violence, and those things are few far between. It's bad that it happens. They do happen, but once again, those things are completely dwarfed by the Bernie supporters, by the anarchists, by the many other people who come out to places to kick up violence. And one place where they're not planning any violence, but they're preparing for it, is Bilderberg. We have our crews out there right now, and now they're starting to assemble water cannons and other type of big MRAP type vehicles to deal with the crowds, these rabid crowds of, a handful of protesters and journalists. And it's gotten so bad that they're even arresting people for walking around with loaves of bread, saying that they can be used as a weapon. I'm being dead serious. This has been reported. They also were harassing a couple who had a cardboard sign. You can't have those cardboard signs. You may hurt somebody's feeling if they actually take a chance to read it. So we'll have the latest on Bilderberg for you next week. Now, moving quickly, USDA officials please that people rely on food stamps. If you're on food stamps, I'm not knocking you. I'm just saying you don't want to be dependent on the government. You saw the article, the video earlier this week of the woman freaking out when her food stamps didn't work. You don't want that to be you. Have some way to feed your family besides relying on the government. And lastly now, U.S. media is being dominated by one Matt Drudge. On the scale of over 100 media outlets. Drudge is number 3, so congratulations to you, Drudge. And just in case you're wondering, Infowars.com is in the top 100. Well, that's it for this segment. Stay tuned right after this for more special reports on the Infowars Nightly News.
A lot of people ask me, what is the most important area of InfoWars that runs the whole operation that is having such a big effect against the globalists? And I've said it over and over again, it is you, the listeners and the viewers, that send us the intel, the news tips, that support the broadcast, that spread the word. You are 90% of the operation or more. You don't stand beside us, you stand at the heart of InfoWars. When I talk about the people at InfoWars, from customer service, the shipping department, being just as important as our anchors, our researchers, our investigative journalists, and myself, it's absolutely true. Without this team that we've built over the last 20 plus years, we wouldn't be able to do any of what we've been doing. And that's what's so exciting, because we finally built up to a point where we now have the launch pad. Introducing AutoShip for InfoWarsLife.com, a new way to save time and money when you stock up on InfoWarsStore.com products. Again, ladies and gentlemen, when products are sold out, you're unable to get them, sometimes for months, but we hold back the products for people that have already signed up for AutoShip. When you choose AutoShip before checkout on your order at InfoWarsStore.com, we'll give you 10% off and give you guaranteed delivery of out-of-stock products that are on your AutoShip list. Plus, we're giving you free shipping on all orders above $50. Listeners have been requesting this for years because it's so easy to forget to reorder the products when you need them each month. Now it's finally here. AutoShip at InfoWarsStore.com and InfoWarsLife.com. It's easy. Go to InfoWarsStore.com, select your favorite product, click on the AutoShip, and choose how often you want us to send you another order. As you know, I coined the term 360 win, and with the new AutoShip feature at InfoWarsLife.com, it's a sure win. You add to that free shipping on orders of $50, it is a can't lose. Visit InfoWarsStore.com and save 10% off on your next InfoWars Life order by selecting AutoShip at checkout, and get free shipping on all orders above $50. That's InfoWarsStore.com, or call toll-free 888-253-3139.